school chess tournament. Me and my opponent had locked our horns on a ridiculously complex game of chess. I knew it, deep in my heart, that this is matter of one single move. So I was about to challenge his queen with my bishop when it happened for the first time. I could feel my hands trembling. My throat has choked. My heart was pounding louder and louder and louder. I was so scared that I got up from the bench and ran outside the room. Later, when I came back and my teachers got a hold of me, I told them what has happened. She told me, Avranil, you were having a panic attack. You should go and see a doctor. And like any other teenager of my age, I said, no, not a chance. Because you see, you have a broken rib, an upset stomach, you go to a doctor. But for this, no way. A few years passed by. It's 2018. I am at a very critical juncture of my PhD career. None of my projects are moving. None of my experiments are giving good results. Can you imagine my desperation? But luckily, at that point of time, I was tasked with an easy but a critical experiment. I had to analyze the potency of a drug. It was easy. There were two bottles with bacteria, those small organisms that sometimes cause disease. Those. In one of them, I will add nothing. In the other one, I will add the drug and see if it can kill them. Routine experiment. But the only catch was that this was a 96 hours long experiment. So for 4 days, almost no sleep, no food. I braced myself. The first day went smoothly, no hiccups. It was the second day when I first understood that something might be wrong. When that tiny voice at the back of your head is telling me, you have messed up. You have messed up. But I just could not point my finger until the end of day 3, when I realized that I had made a mistake. One so terrible that it can cost me my career, my degree. I had forgotten to add the drug. I know you are laughing. But that, ladies and gentlemen, was the second time I felt it again. My hands were trembling. My throat had parched. And I could feel my heart pounding louder and louder and louder. I really don't know how I got to my room, but when I discovered myself, I was sitting there on a chair, burying my face between two palms, and crying like a baby. Luckily, at that time, Madhuparna, who had been holding my ladder for the last 10 years, came looking for me. She found me. She picked me up, took care of me, and told me, Avranil, you are having a panic attack. You should go and see a doctor. This time, I agreed. Because whatever this terrible feeling was, I never want to feel that again. Never. So I found a doctor. I spoke him. I told him my situation. He told me, Avranil, you are suffering from perplexic anxiety disorder with cyclic panic order. To that I said, doctor, When Joshua broke up with Jolene, his life was a mess. Until he moved back to Los Angeles, after that things started working out for him. And he said, "What are you saying?" He said, "Exactly, what are you saying?" He was a good doctor. He sat me down, explained it to me. That, Vernil, whenever you are facing this emergency situation, your fight or flight response is getting triggered. Your brain is flooding your body with a chemical called adrenaline, which is in turn making your hands tremble, heart pounding faster, choked voice, etc., etc. So I said, "Doctor, we need to cure this." And he said, "This is not a matter of a single day or a single pill. We need to work through it." So for the next 2 months, we worked through it. Through different types of physical exercises, breathing exercises, meditation, I could see the change. Now I'm not scared anymore. I was not fleeing from the situation. But interestingly, once this emergency situation was dealt with, I figured something out. That I want to feel better. I want to be more confident, have a better self-esteem, and most importantly, want to be kinder to myself. So we spoke with each other again, and from that day till literally last week, we have been in touch. I am a work in progress. I'm not perfect, but I know I have come a long way from where I have started. But that's not the message of my story. I understand that most of us here, while we visit our dentist, our physician regularly, we often try to avoid meeting a therapist. I know. But next time, when you are feeling this horrifying feeling, just remember, take a breath and ask yourself, isn't it okay to take a little bit care of yourself for your own well-being?